Here are your 3 tips for Chapter 13 of the text for SBC Music Theory. Tip 1. Practice identifying the 2 tendency tones within a 5/7 chord and know how they should resolve. This is a skill that you're going to use over and over again all the way to the end of Theory 2 and beyond. Basically, the leading tone of the key, which is found within the 5/7 chord, and the chordal 7th, meaning the 7th of the 5/7 chord, are the 2 tendency tones. Regardless of what inversion the chord is in, the leading tone of the key will resolve up by step, and the chordal 7th of the 5/7 chord will resolve down by step. Tip 2. Review figured bass notation found in Chapter 7. Become comfortable with properly realizing and resolving 5/7 chords given only figured bass notation. Page 150 of the text introduces us to how figured bass symbols work. Writing notes on the staff from the figured bass symbols is called realizing the figured bass. If you've forgotten how this works, review those pages in Chapter 7. Then see how it applies to pages 265 to 267, and note that in terms of resolving 5/7 chords with tendency tones, you're really just doing the same thing as you were earlier in Chapter 13, but with the added step of figured bass involvement. Tip 3. Study how the functional harmonies are marked and applied underneath the Roman numeral analysis in the text examples. Be able to identify which Roman numerals tend to yield which type of function: tonic, predominant, and dominant. Page 268 shows a nice example of analysis where the Roman numeral chord analysis changes frequently, but the functional analysis does not change as quickly. Read how 1 chords tend to function as tonic, 5 chords tend to function as dominant, and 2 and 4 chords tend to function as predominant. In later chapters, the text will discuss the functional tendencies of other chords like the submediant chord and the leading tone chord. Remember, these videos are a supplement to the reading and do not replace the required reading you should do and the engaged thinking you should do throughout the workbook exercises.